It's a rough day to be a watermelon.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Avalon Guns YouTube channel. Today I'm at the Mendip Shooting Ground with Alex and Neil from Australia and also Nick from the street store. Today we're looking at some of the rifles that are available. They're owned by Mendip or Alex, and you can book and come down to the shooting ground to have a go with these even if you haven't got a license for them. So Alex is going to take us through what different models we have here, because some of them look like the traditional hunting rifle and some of them look like they're ready to go with war with. So I'll pass it over to Alex.
Right, this one here is a 223. Okay, so all of the rifles you see in front of you are what's classed as a centerfire rifle. What we mean by centerfire is these rifle rounds actually use a center primer. Okay, so unlike your sort of 22 LR and your 17 where they're actually just a rimfire case, so all of these are centerfire rifles. So we start off with the smallest rifle which we have here, which would be this one. Okay, so this is a 223. 223 in the UK is legal for your vermin, but you could not go out with this and do deer stalking. Okay, so if you're deer stalking in the UK, you need to then go up to something a little bit bigger. Okay, so you're going to step it up to something like a 243. Okay, so this one here is a 243. Now this one's my personal one that I've got set up. Okay, so on this we've got thermal imaging. So thermal imaging means that obviously I can go out at night, and with this I can see everything crystal clear at night. Doesn't matter what light we've got, that will do everything for what I need. Okay, once you then go up slightly bigger than the 243, so if you want to go boar shooting, you need to use a 270 or bigger. So on here we've got a 308. So 308, once again, really good all round. It will do everything you want in the UK. Okay, so you don't need anything bigger than this realistically in the UK. We have got here a slightly different one. So this one here is a 300 Win Mag. Okay, so 300 Win Mag, realistically in the UK, there's nothing you need this for. It is massive. It's good fun for down here, and later on maybe we might shoot a breeze block just to see what sort of damage this is actually capable of doing. So alright, take a seat and assume the position of the rifle. You left-handed?
What's that?
You left-handed?
No.
I thought you were left-handed.
Just because that's fucking there.
Shall I move slightly more to the left? So, what we've got here, okay, in the 223 is like an AR-15 platform gun. Okay, quite standard. Quite a lot of them do it now. This has got a straight pull on it, so unlike your normal bolt action where you've got your bolt lever needs to come up and back, with this one it's got a big spring here in the stock. You literally just going to pull the bolt right back and let go. Okay, that will reload it. The spring is going to do all of that for you. All you need to do, pull the trigger, pull the bolt back, let go, and then you're ready for your next shot. Okay.
Yep.
So the mag is now in. Okay, the gun's not ready to fire. We've got safety here. Okay, so the safety's on. When you're ready to fire, we're literally going to flick the safety forwards. Okay, on this side, that's then ready to fire. Right. Yep. So into your shoulder, find the target. That's adjustable, so you can adjust the length of the stock. So when you're on the target,
Where is it to?
somewhere down there. Don't worry too much.
Hey, you can't see shit.
Don't worry about that. Just get it down the tunnel. That's all that matters.
Okay. Is it done? Or?
Yeah. Just remember, just pull it straight back and then let go.
Alright.
that's it.
So what calibre was that?
223.
That was a 223, so that's the first of the calibres today. That's the smallest one, and it's without a sound moderator, it's got quite a punch.
Yeah, just look at what it does.
Yeah,
Your camera up there is
that's
getting that
flashing.
hammering.
I doubt the camera up there's even pointing at us anymore.
Probably
That was
not.
quite a
That
shot.
one's not too bad actually. That one is. So on these rifles, what we've got is what's called a muzzle brake. Okay, so the muzzle brake at the end actually does a lot more work than what we realise. Okay, so a muzzle brake can reduce recoil by up to 50% on a rifle. On something like this, it's not really doing a lot. This rifle doesn't have a massive amount of recoil. However, when you get onto something like this one, you'll be amazed the difference that that muzzle brake will make to the rifle. It also can handle a lot of the rifle how it actually shoots. So you can adjust this one on the end of it, and what that will do is it allows it to adjust all your muzzle flips. So you can open it up a little bit to give you less muzzle flip, or you can open them up right open and then it drop the barrels down as you pull the trigger. So moving on from the 223, we'll now move on to what's called a 220 Swift. Okay, so the 220 Swift is one of the faster rounds you can buy. Okay, so out of the factory, this rifle you can get rounds 50 grain heads pushing on about 4,000 feet a second. So you are not going to outrun this rifle. The reason that it's quite quick, and obviously the longer barrel, is trying to get it so you've got a nice flat trajectory. Alright, so this one here isn't going to be very lumpy. When you get into your sort of 308s and your 300 Win Mag, you've then got to start holding it over the rifle, okay, making sure you hit the target. With this, it's more of a case of point at it, pull the trigger. So we'll move on to the Swift, which is this one here.
What are these rounds? They're Hornady Varmint Express.
Hornady Varmint Express. Hornady make really good ammunition, really recommend it. It's good for vermin control. You can use it for target shooting. It's not going to be as good as obviously home loading it. Home loading it you can get a bit more of a custom load, but it does take a lot of time to do. So if you want to have a look at this bit here, so all the rifles on the table apart from this one are magazine fed. Okay, so this one's slightly different. It's more classic. This is back before we had magazines really. You used to have what's called a drop plate. Okay, so in here this drops down. That's how you'd release the rounds. To load it, nice and simple. They just drop in from the top, sliding them back, like so. And it will only hold 4 of this rifle, whereas the other ones you can buy obviously 5-shot mags, you can get 10-shot mags, and that one there comes with 30-shot mags. So slightly different in that aspect. Back to Neil then. So this one's bolt action. Okay. So when you're ready to shoot it, the bolt's going to go forwards, and then you need to lock it down. Okay. Now this rifle's got a sound moderator on the end of it. Okay, so sound moderator is literally, it's just there just to suppress the sound slightly. It won't be as loud as what we just had with the 223, although they fire the same size head, so these are both 224 like caliber. The 220 Swift has got a lot more powder behind it, hence we've got the extra speed. Okay, so when you're ready now.
There's no safety, is there?
Not on, well there is, but we aren't using it on this one.
Alright.
That's it.
The difference in noise is impressive with the sound
Huge
moderator on.
difference,
So. Next rifle we're looking at, what is the calibre of this one? This is
243 we're going to
slightly
use.
bigger.
So we're going to move on to the 243. Okay, now this rifle's set up with thermal imaging, so down here it doesn't actually work that amazing because we haven't got a heat source at the target. You can only just about make out the range. Okay, so we're going to be slightly, we ain't going to do too many shots of it. Once again, we've got sound moderator on this rifle. Okay, so this is the one I would use at night mainly, hence the thermal imaging on top of it. When you're out at night, it's really good in the fact you can clearly see what you're shooting at. It gives you a really good field of view. You can really scan fields really quick with thermal imaging, and it makes it a lot easier. A lot of people nowadays are buying the thermal spotters, and then using night vision like we've got on the 300 Win Mag. But I still really do like it set up on my rifle. So we'll load the magazine in.
What model is the thermal imaging?
So this is a Pulsar. It's the XQ38 Trail. This is quite an early one. I've had it for a long time now. The newer stuff does really outshine compared to what this is. However, I do still find this a really good rifle scope. Really accurate. It holds the zero really well on this rifle.
Yeah.
It's not got a massive amount of recoil. Everything I do is normally off the top of a vehicle, so I'm not too worried about having the heavy barrels. If you've got the lighter barrels, they're a lot nicer for carrying around, but they do jump around a bit as you're going over bumps. Whereas this one is a lot more sturdy, a lot more settled on the top of the rifle, like the roof. When you're ready then.
Alright.
Catch it. Yeah.
Is it not coming up far enough? Okay.
Quite stiff.
Really sick.
Don't be scared. That's it. So the next rifle is going to be a 308. 308 is probably one of the better rounds in the UK as an all-rounder. There is nothing that you can't shoot with the 308. It's really good in the fact that everybody would stock 308 ammunition. Okay, you can get into loads and loads of different rifle calibers. There's like your 6mm Dasher, which one of our friends has, which is a brilliant rifle, but if you want to go to a shop and buy ammunition, you're going to be very lucky if you can find it. Now the nice thing is with the Howers, okay, which is what both the 243 and the 308 are, is they are very sort of interchangeable. So this magazine, which is a 10-shot magazine, works in both my rifles. Okay, so I can swap it from the 243 to the 308, which means I haven't got to go and buy loads of magazines, which is quite nice. So I can just keep the one. When I go out, I can just literally fill this up, and that'll do for the days out. If you're stalking or if you're out lamping, 10-shot mag is going to be amples. Okay, so this one we haven't got a SAM mod on it. Okay, and we also don't have a muzzle brake on this rifle. It's quite a light rifle, so it'd be ideal if you wanted to go out stalking. The problem is with it, what you will find, okay, is this will have quite a lot of muzzle flicks. So as Neil's shooting it, you'll notice that the barrels are going to be jumping up in the air. Okay, you might not see it very well on one of the camera, but if you've got one that's a little bit in front slower, you will probably notice that it's given a little bit of a muzzle flick. Okay, so when you're ready now.
Yeah, alright.
What bullets are we using today? We're using
Winchester Super X.
Super X bullets.
And these are 150 grain power points. So what they recommend on here is they are good for deer, antelope and wild boar. Not that I've seen many of those in Somerset at the minute.
And they're kindly donated by Butty.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
There's one left.
Another one? Can I check?
Yeah, it's so empty, yeah.
Don't have your eye too close to the side.
it kicks, doesn't it?
Don't want to make that mistake.
So right,
That's the range of rifles. Next up is probably what everyone wants to see.
one we've all been waiting
Most
for.
exciting looking gun.
And the most expensive.
Go on. So what does the outfit stand you at?
So the rifle itself.
Total cost of it.
Total cost of this rifle to me is probably just shy of 4,000 at the minute. By the time you add the fact that the bipod, I put a normal bipod on it. Within about 20 shots, it shook it to pieces. So the bipod on it at the minute is an Atlas B5, I think it is. Really good quality, but the bipod itself is 600 quid. The rifle is just shy of 3. The scope's well,
Retail
just shy of
£1,000.
I don't know what the retail is. You'll have to have a look. I think it's gone up since I brought it.
Yeah, I think it has gone up a little bit. So over 4,000 with the.
If you were to buy it now, yeah.
Plus a sound moderator.
Yeah, I've got a sound mod. Obviously, the sound mod's not cheap. We're not going to be using the sound mod because these cases burn twice the amount of powder per shot as what the 243 is doing. So if you were to fire this through the sound mod and we kept going like we are at the minute, you would literally just melt this. Okay, so hence we're going to use the muzzle brake.
Right, let's take a look at those.
Rounds. PPU rifle line. 300 Winchester Magnum.
Right, when you're ready then,
Crack on.
This is where you do need your headphones.
Look around here.
Oh, she's heavy.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's down the tunnel.
Yeah, the sight's a bit low.
Bit low.
Yeah, I probably need a bit more distance. Just that haze, man. I want to make sure I'm down the tunnel. Is safety on?
Safety's off, yeah. His glasses have fell off his head. That's it.
That's the end of the magazine.
That's that one
And
done.
now,
Yeah.
now there's
Sonny?
some smoke.
Yeah, by that last shot, I can almost not see the end of it. Thank
Yeah,
God
no,
I had
The
a
tunnel
bit-
with smoke. So what distance is the tunnel?
100 metres.
100 metres underground, underneath the shooting ground reception.
You have a couple of good too. Well, you know what you got as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, Nick, better have a go. I'll get. Can we go first?
No, you go first.
Yeah, it's worse behind than actually shooting it. A holiday for a week. Oh, we set the fire alarm off. Hang on. You'll be fine, I'll be back in a minute. And yeah, what you'll notice is when you shoot
that
it,
one,
so the muzzle brake
that's off already.
is blasting around you.
Right,
So you're sat in like a little pocket, so you probably didn't feel off.
No.
Whereas you stood back here, you got to stand with Nick is like there, and you'll really feel it like bump through.
So this is the Ruger 300 Win Mag again.
I didn't get that on video, mind.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
The difference.
It's quite a loud gun, isn't it?
And again, so onto the target, and just finger on the trigger when you're on the target, just gently squeeze.
See the sign shaking about.
Yeah. Bit at the bottom of it.
How'd I go?
Yeah.
You hit the clay.
More like it.
Mate, there's not much rock left, is there? It's a rough day to be a watermelon.
Ideal.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys.
That's all right.
Thank you. That's good fun. F***ing hell.